All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Reminder, no recordings during the press conference. Please silence all cell phones and electronic devices and give your name and affiliation whenever you ask a question. We're joined by Florida head coach Tim Walton and players Skylar Wallace and Kendra Falby. We'll go to an opening statement from Coach Walton. Questions just for players. Players will leave, and then questions just for Coach Walton. So if you have an opening statement, feel free.
Yeah, congratulations to Oklahoma. Obviously, a really tough fight from them coming back from yesterday. But I think my main message here is I think about our team, just how proud I am of them through the season, just the ups and the downs of competition. I think the turning point, for me was getting run ruled in the middle of the week by your rival and then turning around the very next game and run ruling your other rival. And to me, that was the turning point in our season, just being able to have the ability to turn the page really quickly, be very resilient, and find a way to continue to just, care for one another on the team and our program. And, obviously, these two up here have been an instrumental part of our success this season and the previous 3 seasons, our previous 2 seasons with them together. But, our young kids did a really good job just buying into the program and what it takes to be a Gator and the work ethic and all the necessary ingredients to being a great teammate and a great person. But, it's not easy when you have to end your season. Anytime it's going to be the last time we'll all be together. But it does make it a little bit sweeter to be at the College World Series and seeing our players just find a way to get back to this stage and, showcase their talents and, make the entire, Gator Nation and the University of Florida really proud of them. I'm super proud, and I know a lot of other people are as well. So just thanks for having us here. And, obviously some made-for-TV type drama stuff the last few days, and I wouldn't have it any other way for these guys. They've showed that they can take a punch and punch back. So I'm really proud of our team.
Questions for players? Okay, we'll go third row on the right here.
Yeah, ladies, you had to go offensively. You had to go offensively early on. Did she change up anything that she was doing to maybe hold you guys down those last 5 innings like she did that you know of?
Yeah, Maxwell's a really good pitcher. She started mixing her speeds, changing eye levels, moving across the plate too. Just really keeping us on our toes. I think we started getting a little out of balance and chasing some pitches, but she did a really good job of, being deceiving at pitches and just really locating really, really well. Sometimes you have to tip your hat. She really got gritty those last 4 innings or so and just got after it. Unfortunately, because we just didn't come out on top with that.
All right, we'll go front row right to Jenny.
To either of the players, could you talk about Keegan? I mean, she throws all the pitches the last 2 days and then so many today. Just what was it like being behind her out there as she's throwing today?
I don't even have words. There's only so much you can ask of a freshman, and she's not even a freshman. I don't consider her a freshman, whatsoever. Keegan came out and did everything and more for us, and I couldn't have asked anything more. She stunned Oklahoma for 2 days. That you haven't seen that at all. And she's only going to get better, and I can't thank her enough for everything that she's done. She wanted the ball. She would have fought Coach Walton if he would have not put her in today. Keegan is a gamer. She wants the ball. She's a competitor, and playing defense behind her is so much fun just because that's what we want to do. We want to be making those crazy plays for her because she does some crazy things for us. So I can't say more than what I just said. Keegan's amazing.
I'm super proud of the way that she developed and grew as a woman. Just the way she got tougher. She really trusted herself and developed herself and just really leaned into who she was. She's obviously a great athlete. She can pitch the ball. It's unreal. I never liked going up against her in batting or during our little scrimmages. But you're going to be seeing a lot more of her in the next 3 years, and I expect her to do really, really big things, and we'll be rooting behind her for sure.
All right, we'll go front row left.
Brady Vernon, Softball America. Just Skylar, you've quickly made your mark on this program. Just what has it been like to be a Gator?
That's a tough question to answer right now. I don't really have words to put that into. Coach Wallen not only recruited me one time, but twice. And to have that opportunity and to come to the University of Florida and not only develop as an athlete, but more as a person, and him just trusting in me and giving me every opportunity. I mean, the resources, the programs, the classes, the teachers, everything at University of Florida really just gives you countless opportunities to be the person that you want to be. And then with obviously athletics, I mean, the time, the dedication, that the whole staff puts into us is unreal. It's unmatched, honestly. You don't get what you get here anywhere else. I'm super grateful that I got to wear this uniform. Can't really put much words into it, but being a Gator is the best thing I ever did. And I stand on that. It is the greatest program in college softball and the greatest university in America.
All right, we go third row left.
Kendra, can you speak to your teammate, your mentor, and what she's meant to you?
I mean, not many people get to say that they play with the person who leads the D1 softball and runs scored. So, I mean, it's been an amazing, that's all I know. I only know Skylar. Now she's leaving me. I didn't think that was allowed, but I mean, you got another year, right? I don't know, maybe.
NCO, please.
So that's really all I know. I've known Skylar since I walked in when I was a freshman, and she's right there in your face, like, all right, here we go. And that's all I know. I only know a competitor, on and off the field. That's who she is. She competes, and seeing her get after it on the field day in and day out has been nothing short of amazing. I don't know, going after it in BP, just watching her hit ball after ball over the fence, and I'm like, dang, can I do that? She just makes it look so effortless. It's been so much fun competing with her. Not only that, but seeing her grow as a leader from the beginning to the end, just how she's been able to lead this team. I mean, we had a sour taste in our mouth last year and what she was able to do and how she was able to walk out her senior year and make sure that she took this team under her wing and led the way that she did. I mean, she's done amazing things for this program. She's done amazing things for this sport. So many little girls look up to her, and I'm so happy that I was just a small part of her journey, and it means the world to me to have been able to play with her, because Skylar Wallace is a name that the NCAA is going to know forever. It's never going away. And I'm just glad that I was able to be a small part of that.
All right, last player question will be on Zoom from Noah. Go ahead, Noah.
I know we've talked about this at certain points throughout the season, but just for both of you being the only two players to come back from last season, just how special was it this season to be able to put together this season, first semifinals for the team in 7 years, for Skylar, to end your, college career like this, for Kendra to come back, especially after last season's pain. Just how special was it?
I mean, super special. This team has been a very, very special team. The way we put things aside, the way we get after it, the way we work. If you would have asked me in August, September if we would have been here, I probably would have told you no. But it's been one hell of a ride. It's special, and it's tears of sadness because it sucks that I don't get to put this uniform on again, but I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to play with this team one more year. And this team has just allowed me to be better as a woman and as an athlete, and I'm forever in debt to this team specifically and the University of Florida. So
Yeah. I mean, you don't see a team that has to add 11 new players on the team, so everyone's probably looking at us like, what the heck's going on at Florida? And I mean, now we're sitting here, so something really good. And I mean, I would hate to be in Skylar's shoes right now. Obviously, I get to come back another year, but it's just really this team has been so special, and the fact that I get to do it again, I'm so grateful. And there's nowhere else that you would want to end your college season. And even though it's a bitter taste in our mouth because of how close the game was, all we can say is that we were fearless this weekend, and we put our hearts on the line. We came out there and we fought, and that's all that you can ask of us. And yeah, I mean, I don't even have any words. People didn't think that we would be here. We were supposed to be 7th in the SEC, and we won the SEC tournament. We came here, and we almost did it. So.
All right. Thank you, players.
Go Gators.
Yeah, go Gators.
Questions for Coach Walton? We'll go front row right to start off with Jenny.
Can I ask two and start with Keegan? I mean, how do you put into words the performance of her the last few days?
Yeah, I think I'd be remiss not to just say, you know, how the heck can someone follow up with what these guys just said? I mean, gosh dang, I'm the luckiest person on live to have players that just embody professionalism, and they're I just amazed at the words that come out of their mouth, and not only their words but their actions. Just amazing to me. But yeah, Keegan was great. She pitched really well. Obviously not well enough for us to win that game, but she pitched really well. She had a really good season. We just didn't have enough, and again, it is what it is. But I'm proud. I mean, I'm proud of her, proud of Ava, proud of the other two, Mackenzie and Olivia, for just giving us everything they had every single day.
Can I also ask you about Jada? I mean, in their leadoff spot, you guys did a pretty good job of keeping her in check, but as one of the hardest things about beating Oklahoma is just the top to bottom nature of their offense.
Yeah, I mean, it's very similar to our offense. I mean, I think they're very similar. I did the only thing that I don't know how many times that was. It might have been the 9th time that she faced Keegan, and there would more than likely probably have been a pitching change given most years, just given the number of times. But I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is.
More questions for Coach? Okay, we've got front row left.
Just on the topic of all the newcomers, I mean, obviously Keegan did great, but like so many freshmen in the infield, how big have they been, and just to be able to perform on this stage and be major contributors all year long?
Yeah, with the 7 freshmen, I think you saw a lot of growth. Just the ability. 4 of them lived together, the other 3 lived together. I'm sorry, with 3 and 3 lived together. Olivia had volleyball kids as roommates, but they did really well. I think Cassie McClellan got hurt at Mississippi State this season. She was really starting to come into her own as well. But the 7 freshmen really did a good. They were really close. I think 3 or 4 of them played together in travel ball and some other things, so they were really close. But the one thing that like I said before, our strength coach really just said, man, this freshman class has it, and they do a good job working. They do things when you're not paying attention, and they go in and put the extra time in and stuff. And proud of them. But with the other 4, obviously brought in Jocelyn and Corby and Brooke Bernard, and then Mackenzie Wooten was a grad transfer. But long and short, really proud for the 7 returners that really were the glue to kind of bring them all together and teach them some right. We had some mistakes along the way, but really teach them what our program is and kind of what it embodies. And it's more about the people than it is about softball. And softball, they're all good at softball. Everybody we brought in, they're good at softball. That's the easy part. It's just figuring out how to get them to share and learn how to communicate and do all the other stuff that, it's pretty difficult. But they did a really good job of just buying in.
All right, we'll go front row right. Dave.
Hi, Coach. Dave Wilson, ESPN.com. Obviously, you played these 2 excellent games, made for TV drama, as you mentioned. Next year, these 2 teams obviously become conference mates. Is this an opportunity for you to show how you're right there with them, or what does it look like for you going forward?
Yeah, I mean we've got some things to get better at. We'll have to replace someone like Skylar Wallace and Katie Kistler and Avery Gels and Emily Wilkie. And I say those and Bailey Goddard. Those were our leaders. Those were our the persons that were helping. They're very helpful. And by helpful, it doesn't necessarily mean you tell somebody what to do. You just teach them how to do it. And Bailey Goddard's probably one of the best. So really proud of those those seniors. And then Mackenzie Wooten was grad transfer, and she fit right in. But I think the biggest thing for us is we got better athletically. Next year we're pretty athletic. We've got some kids coming in. They're pretty fast and can do some things. Obviously we've got to. I said it from the beginning of the season. We have a really good team. we tried to add a player last summer to really complement the young pitchers. We didn't really do that, but with what we had, finishing here, I think third place. Third place is third place, but I think just the fact that we competed all the way through the SEC tournament, regional, super regional, and even here, this is the most innings we played not playing for a national championship at the College World Series. So I'm proud of that. I hate losing. It's it's the worst, but I'm proud of my team for the fight and the competitiveness they showed. I don't think we've ever in our program's history won the first game, lost the second game, and found a way to keep winning. So it's really hard to do emotionally, and we probably were a little bit out of gas, to be honest with you. We didn't feel like we were it's just a lot. We were here for 8 or 9 days, and 5 rain delays or whatever else it was. Just a lot. But I'm proud. None of my players ever made an excuse or blamed anything. They just went out there and tried to have fun.
All right, we have time for 2 more front row left.
Jana Bardall with The Athletic. Coach, playing Oklahoma these past 2 days, a team that's a veteran team, familiar with this stage. If you had to point to a few aspects of your game plan that really just started clicking and really worked, what would they be?
Well, I like the 7 home runs. I think that was nice. There's good coaching there. Yeah, there's so many little things. I thought we did a good job. We had the intentional walk there, and I think the 7th inning to set up the force double play. People can probably, what are they doing? That run doesn't matter. We're trying to make it a little easier athletically with some of their, their personnel's got some pretty good athletes in the 7 and the 9 hole that can run and do some things. So I thought the game plan was good. We saw pretty much everybody except for Keeney. I think we only saw her one batter. I thought the game plan was good. We had a good go on Kelly Maxwell. If you go back and listen to my clips on the video, on my radio pregame, I said, you better get Kelly Maxwell early. If you don't get her early, you're not getting her late. That's how she is. And so whether that's her DNA or whether it's the pitching coach or whatever it is, Kelly and she's been like that her whole career. When she gets settled, and she can get tough. When she's unsettled, she can give up some runs. And I thought we did a good job, but we just needed a couple more. you could feel it. I was running a couple times just trying to make something happen. We needed one more run at least. I didn't feel comfortable. AK got her second sacrifice bunt, I think, of the season down. But I thought the game plan was good. We just needed one more little something. I don't know what it was. Something is. It could be, an amazing, knuckleball changeup or something just to get them off balance. We just couldn't. I think Keegan threw 260 pitches probably, right? And that's a lot. So just didn't quite have enough.
All right, we'll stay front row left with Ryan for the last question right here.
Yeah, Coach Ryan Chapman, Sooners on SI. You mentioned you hadn't crossed paths with this Oklahoma team over these last 4 years. What is it about them that makes it so tough? They just keep coming?
Yeah, I recruited quite a few of them. So you build relationships with them in the recruiting process. There's a bunch of them that we've been, So I think that, again, I think that, when you look at what Coach Gasso recruits like, she likes athletes. She doesn't like just to be one-dimensional. She doesn't like to be, she really wants to bunt and run in your face. If you ever watch her style, she likes to fake bunt, steal, do some squeeze stuff. She likes a lot of that. Who doesn't like the home run? But, getting down to it in a championship series, you're going to have to be able to bunt. You're going to have to be able to steal. You're going to have to be able to run. You got to be able to play defense. She taught me a ton about defense when I coached with her, and just her ability to pay attention to little things. And I think the athletes that she recruits that, they embody that, they're good athletes. They're not just one dimensional. They do a lot of things athletically. Their softball IQ is really high. And I think that's the one thing that stands out to me the most is most of the Oklahoma Sooner teams have a really high IQ. Either they came with a little bit of that or she's helped instill that. And I think that's consistent. I think I heard today was it 17 College World Series appearances. She's been there since 1995. So long and short, they've done a really good job of bringing athletes in that can compete at the highest levels. But you got to be able to do the fundamental things. You got to be able to do the routine things, and they always do. It wasn't an easy play that Alyssa Brito made on Katie Kistler in the 7th or whatever that was to lead off. I think she was getting called off by Jennings, and then she just took it and fired it away. And I even told the umpire, I said, I think she's out, but I got 2 challenges. Let's just see what we can do here. Might as well. Give credit to the umpires. They never get any credit. But they, in that collision at second base, it was just an odd thing that happened. And they went to check that on their own, and I think that was just give them a credit. They're just trying to get it right. And I really applauded them for that. Whether it was against me or for me, I didn't even really care. I thought just them being able to make sure that they got the stuff right, and that was a really kind of a cool video replay moment that we haven't had an opportunity to share on this stage very much.
All right, that'll wrap things
Thank you,
up.
guys.
Florida.
Go Gators.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.